All right, good morning, guys. Hope you're having a really good day today. I sent us a whole bunch of stuff here, you guys. Um, Here's what I want to go over today, right? They sent us the place to go for. There's some stuff happening in the UK, you guys. That's just unbelievable. And YouTube keeps putting these age restrictions on these videos. I made this video back in September 30th, 2018. It's only got 13 views. 13 views, you guys. Philadelphia birthright lost. And one back in Philadelphia is the former Pope on the run. You guys can go and watch this video. I'm going to put this in the description below because this is so critical. These videos that I create, just like the school, you guys want to join our online tutor school class? It's divinely guided, eh? I don't come out here with a script. I come out here with information that is downloaded to me by the grace of God, and I'm able to share what is given to me, right? Little did I know that all this stuff was going to come to light. You know what I'm saying? So, like, really, why would you go and interfere with something that took place back in September? We must be doing some really powerful stuff here. You guys remember to like, share, and subscribe to the new channel, Noble L. Put a comment in the description below. We're still combating some of the. I think YouTube is going on some kind of a. It almost feels like they're having a meltdown. That's what it feels like, eh? We're out here as nobles, indigenous people, and every night for the past 3, 4 nights, they've been sending me these age restrictions, right, on the videos that I created way back when. That doesn't make any sense unless they're having some kind of a meltdown. All right, so they sent us this information. The United Kingdom is under this lockdown. This poor guy. Oh my God, it's like they're losing it, but you can't really blame them. 38 seconds into this video, it says, let me see if I can bring it up. Hang on.
Question.
Hang on. 33. They had it all. Yeah, here it is. Wales lockdown. Supermarkets told to sell only essential items. Crazy. October 22nd, 2020. And the essential items, you guys. Listen to what he's saying. Clothes is no longer an essential item. You can buy celery, but you can't buy an alkaline produce like cucumbers. Who most people who are conscious eat a lot of cucumbers because cucumbers, in fact, not only lower your blood pressure and that, but brings your body to. It's an alkaline food. Now, what Dr. Charlie Ward was saying that there was a doctor saying that one of the or someone was saying the things that people didn't know is that baking soda and lime juice or lime, like a fresh organic lime, is the only thing, the lime is the only thing that can actually bring your body to alkaline stages. The fruits and other stuff that are alkaline don't have the ability to do that. However, those of us who are on alkaline diets, like just strictly ate fruits and vegetables that were alkaline, know that. Now, I don't know, when I think about I was just going to say something, but I just remembered. One of the things Dr. Sebi had told us to make was this alkaline salad, eh? One of the ingredients in the salad was lime, an organic lime, and olive oil, right? And so we'd have that like every day. I mean, we felt incredible. You literally felt like you could just move mountains. So yeah, maybe there's some truth to that. Because I was going to say, those of you who are on alkaline diets who probably don't have access to limes still notice a difference, right, in the body, right? So I just think it's great if you can do an alkaline diet and you have access to all the fruits and vegetables that are alkaline. Amazing. It feels incredible. That being said, we had a little, looked like a little dinner yesterday for some of our workers here, which we're thoroughly thankful. Purpose of forced labor. Yeah, and then I made this video called Jobs, Human Trafficking, Involuntary Servitude back in January 26, 2019. And somebody made a comment in here that I thought was really cool. Let me see if it'll come up. I'm so happy I found you. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, I wrote back and I said, I'm so happy that I found this information because it really helped us, you know. Someone was asking us to give them a synopsis of the assignments and stuff in our online tutor school class. And I was sharing with them, you guys know who have it. It's the assignments, each assignment, there's a page that gives you a synopsis of what we're talking about in that particular assignment A. So the first assignment, I think it was about one of the books, or we provide all the reading and stuff in it. One of the readings was the War Powers Act, right? And it's so weird because now when I think about it and I look back, that, see, it came off again. I'm like, really? Those things are so significant to the fact of where we are now and what happened to all of us and what happened in history, because history and law goes hand in hand. So I had started a school. I was teaching, and you guys know my background as a life coach, right? And a job coach. And I started this school, I think it was like a child care, like a daycare or something. It was more like a school though, yeah. And that was years ago. I'd started in the church. And then this one, however, just kind of came to me to start, basically. And I said to the universe that if I'm going to do anything, I want it to be divinely guided. So I don't make the assignments on a regular until I see the Spirit of God show up in me to say, create this one, basically. And then I said to the powers that I also don't want to create anything for the number 13 assignment until I see some financial change in the system to share with everybody. You guys know we did the international bills of exchange and the international promissory notes and the estate money orders by faith, people. Literally by faith. I didn't even understand all the stuff that was involved in doing a bond. Now we have the $1 trillion bond or whatever it is over to Stephen Mnuchin. But the powers that be knew that when I started this stuff, I was so convinced when I got this information. I wanted to go and spread it on top of a mountaintop because I was so excited. So they sent this to me recently. We were robbed of our name, robbed of our language. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth for a spoil, and none saith restore. Isaiah 42:22. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. Okay? So that's what happened to us as indigenous. Buckaloons. Buckaloons, a famous Indian village at the junction of Broken Straw Creek and the Allegheny, visited by Celeron in 1749 and destroyed by Broadhead in 1779. Burial mounds excavated here show the antiquity of this site. Attention, Office of Interpol, the Fraud Department, the International Criminal World Court, the Army, the Navy, the military, the Marines, Donald Trump. Louis DeJoy doing business as Postmaster General, Jay Clayton doing business as Securities and Exchange Head, and Joseph Otting doing business as the Office of Comptroller of Currency. I come to you, and the Fraud Department, Interpol, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations heads that are good. I come to you in good faith in one's proper person as a living flesh and blood, sentient being, Surrey, Jury, Surrey, heirs, Reubenite tribe chief, American, Indian, allodial title, Moorish, American national, Reubenite tribe chief, asexual seed plant, Rubus red rose, angel in Latin, AA222141. 4495934. Go now quickly over to Wales and the rest of the world, right? That are being subject to this prison that they have the people under, right? Using fraudulent conveyance of language, calling it a lockdown. This prison system that they put the people in globally, right? Go now and remove all those heads globally in Wales and everywhere else that is now telling the people what they can buy in stores and claiming what's essential or not. Those of us who sew our own clothes is great. We don't really care. But the fact of the matter is not everybody sews their own clothes. Okay? And it's not fair to them that they can't buy clothes or cucumbers and whatever else they claim is non-essential. Go now and round up those corrupt agents doing business as alien heads in this de facto system as per the Clearfield Doctrine, right? These pretender lenders, private agents in their private capacity. Add them, each of them, to the 100 quadrillion lien. That's recorded on the record in Washington, D.C., and USD, and also the 9 billion copyright infringement free. That's just infringing on my right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, man. So go and do that now on our behalf globally and set the people free this night, right? And thank you for what you shared with me last night. Really appreciate it. I'm about to show you guys some stuff in a minute, so let's just go through this. So thank you in advance for your speedy response to that matter. Bye, noble, honorable. And El Inadi Alpha El Robinite Tribe Chief American Indian, Allodial Title Moorish American National, UCC 1-308, without recourse, all rights reserved. I stand by the Book of Ruth, by my organ harvested husband, Jackson. Now, listen, you guys. First of all, international, everybody globally, I want to thank you for all the affidavits you've implemented from this channel. We really greatly appreciate it. The next time you use any navigation device or software like Google Maps, you can thank Dr. Gladys West, the inventor of GPS technology. Dr. Gladys West, here she is, an indigenous American Indian, Moorish American national. Amazing. Okay, now I was really curious about these domes that they had taken out, these astrodomes that they had shut down that were controlling all the weather modification programs. So they sent me a whole bunch of them because I was asking the questions, what do they look like, right? This is what I was more envisioning. But apparently they have all these little ones all over the place. People have them in their houses, or I don't know if it was just the corrupted entities that had them, and then they were controlling the weather using this stuff. Amazing. So is this from Tesla? Or is this just corruption? See, there's like a little one here. And then they showed these tiny houses. I wanted to download those. I couldn't. So if I'm able to download, I'll show you guys. It's like a little house with a little, dome at the back. And these things are in them and that. I'm like, wow, amazing. So they sent me some interesting stuff last night. As you guys know, I took a bit of a break yesterday. I had to go and laugh. You guys go and laugh today. Go and find somebody or something. Think back in your life and experiences you've had, because laughter is the best medicine, Laughter is the best medicine, you guys. I spent the whole day yesterday laughing. I laughed so hard that my stomach hurt. And it was so funny because I was laughing about things that I'd experienced in this life, right? Things that, when you're growing up, right? That you did, or your family or your tribe, and their characters and personalities, right? The stuff that they do is just so hilarious too. So find someone to laugh with today, right? Now, let me see something here. What is it I'm going to talk about? This is it, you guys. I'm going to put this in the description below, all right? You guys know when we were sent all those arrests and indictments and stuff, we were one of the first, I don't know if we were one of the first, but many moons prior, the powers that be had shared with us the indictments coming down. Now, the funniest thing was, for me, I didn't even really know what the word indictment meant. So I was trying to figure out, what is this stuff about? So I had to go and do some research to figure out what the word indictment meant. Anyways, so here it is, 18 USC 2381. 18 USC 2381. This is all the indictments. This is old stuff, you guys. This has happened many moons ago. This is not new. Okay? I'm just saying that, right? So anybody listening to me out there, it's not new. This is about people that have been taken out for treason and, genocide and all kinds of wonderful stuff, right? Like the Clintons and the agents doing business as, hang on. The agents doing business as politicians, HRC, it lists all these individuals, Cheney and, what does it say? Brennan, I was just shocked to hear Kevin Spacey's name in here, though. I had heard he had done some stuff I didn't know. These movies and stuff they were doing, you guys, was really significant. And so you'll hear the computer generated thing reading this whole thing about what happened, right? So I'm going to put this in the description below so you guys will see and know what happened, okay? So you will know that the people out here sharing with you, like ourselves, is not making this stuff up. These guys did some corruption and stuff. Now on this, hang on. All right, so here it is, Global Modern Slavery Directory. This is where the people go globally that have been subject to human trafficking. I just found it amazing. There's places in here all over the world, you guys. Libya, United States, Canada, Philippines. You've got everywhere. Hong Kong. Look at this, North Carolina. United Kingdom, Bulgaria, you got one in Spain, Bangkok, Thailand, you've got Century City, South Africa, you've got India, Mumbai, China, Australia, Romania, tons in the United States though. What is this? Najar Colony? Argentina. I hope you guys can see these. That one I can't pronounce. Cape Verde. Vazenda? I don't know. Wow. This is action against trafficking and sexual exploitation of children in India. That's why I was so grateful when somebody commented. You guys comment in the comments below because you remind us of stuff that we created before. And then we can make the connection, because a lot of stuff I don't even remember. There's like 1,600 or plus videos we've probably created by now, close to 2,000, on all the history and laws of what's gone on, eh? And honest to God, I don't remember a lot of it. So when people send me the comments and I see the video and I get to watch it, I'm like, oh my God, that's so amazing, because we were talking about this stuff long before any of these arrests and executions took place. We were leading them up and sending out the true bills by faith. We didn't know any of this stuff. We were just sending it by the grace of God, because that's what we were guided as angels here to do. And you guys know there's millions and trillions of angels here right now too, right? We're not the only ones that are doing their stuff secretly and privately. Just like when we started, we did all the stuff before we came on YouTube. And though we had started the channel long before we were doing stuff, we didn't actually start making videos until we had successes, right? This one's in Alberta, Canada. Look at this, you guys. All over the world. And this is not even, it's not just the tip of the iceberg. Like, there's tons of places on here. I just find that fascinating, Look at that. Can you guys see that? All right, you guys, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet and to the point, right? You guys go and laugh today, because you have to laugh, eh? And no matter all the stuff going down, it's really funny, right? Because think about it. All of them are getting arrested and executed, right? All the billionaires, the hunters are now being hunted. The hunters are now being hunted. Do you see what I'm saying? Checkmate. Donald Trump wins again. He's like an amazing chess player, right? He knew, you guys, from the very beginning, when he first started, we made the video, his first move in this chess game was he went internationally, I want to say to the UK, where they had this underground meeting, and he brought the dossier, all the data collected from all these hard drives of all the so-called torture and rape and all the children, right? Because they had to do all these rituals in order to get these positions and these finances, right? And I was explaining to someone here how this whole thing went down from the beginning. We heirs, indigenous, American Indians, allodial title, Moorish American nationals, were made slaves, wards of the state. Our birthright was stolen, right? You guys remember, those of you with ticket citations, mortgages, foreclosures, child support cases, those of you having to see an agent doing business as a parole officer, as well as those of you having warrants, and those of you in the churches. This whole prison system we're in right now is a church, eh? I'm telling you right now, another church, okay? Spirit of God just told me that. What church is it? Well, let's see. The Pope and the Vatican was a part of what? The Catholic Church, maybe? I don't know. Was this supposed to be Sharia law originally, and the so-called Jewish stuff kicked in? What's really going on, you guys? So is this Sharia law that we're in this prison system? Just think about it. Anyways, so those of you in the churches doing businesses, jails, for non-violent offenses, you guys, you can email us for the GSA bonds and stuff to set off the matter. Now, what we tell people here was what we did, right? Whenever they would change the form slightly, and the powers that be would share with us the instructions as to how to fill them out, what goes where, and the words to use, right? In this whole fraudulent conveyance of language system, all we would do is just write to the powers that be and ask them, the ones that we're sharing it with, to get the set off or whatever it is we're trying to do, in the foreign affidavit that we send to you, or any affidavit you're writing currently to, just write in it somewhere any corrections that are required and necessary to implement all that we request, require, command, order, demand here. We ask you now to change it, correct it, implement it, send it to us so we can research it, and if need be, send it back to you. It's that simple. Because you have a right to make a mistake in this life, right? You have a right to make a mistake, guys. That's why we put out the warnings here from the grace of God. We put out the warnings from the Almighty God and say, listen, doctors come clean, lawyers come clean, teachers come clean, anybody involved in the corruption come clean, media heads come clean. Give everybody a chance. Always give people a chance. Even when they mess up, you give them a chance. Even YouTube and social media, we gave a chance to. You know how many times we gave a chance to Susan Wojcicki? We didn't know she was going to be arrested. We didn't know that Mark Zuckerberg and them were going to be executed. And we didn't know that Jeff Bezos and them was going to be taken out and arrested and executed for treason and fraud and genocide. So they sent us the stuff yesterday. We didn't know that Clintons and Bushes and Obama and them were going to be arrested and executed. We didn't even know Cheney and Spacey, Kevin Spacey, were involved in it. All we did when you guys are writing your affidavits, remember these words. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent and to all heirs and assigns. Okay? Remember that. Put that at the top of your affidavit and at the very bottom. Okay? And we didn't have access to all the stuff we're sharing with you guys now. We didn't know all this stuff. All we had was a Bible and our thumbprint in red ink. And if we didn't have red ink, we used our blood, right? As on everything. We put, even if we didn't have our blood, we use our spit. Because your energy matters. We teach you guys that you matter. Your thoughts matter. Your breathing matters. Your actions matter, right? And that's what they try to tell us, that we don't matter. Yes, we do. So I also like to start with a prayer, which I didn't do in this one, right? Heavenly Father God, we pray. We put a hedge of protection around all that's good, eh? Donald Trump, the Army, the Navy, the military, and all the people good on this planet that's helping all of us get free, right, from this treasonous situation. I can't help but laugh because I'm like, really? What's so funny about it, you guys? Let me tell you what's so funny about it. We are as a tribe. I don't know if it's just us here, but we are homebodies. So it's not it's not that it's not a big deal to us, but we were living a particular way. So in essence, these time frames that they give people, oh, you can't be on the road at this time. The only thing for us that we find, I'm on the road at, really in the wee hours of the morning anyways, but for the most part, I'm not really involved in a lot of this stuff. And then because we are farmers in our own right, we like to plant our trees and have our own food and stuff like that, and know about foraging and know we can eat the mango leaves and the lime leaves and we can use the banana leaves, and we know how to do certain things. You see, once you get back to the reality of things, a lot of these things these people try to do to you don't really affect you. Eh? I mean, it does in one way because you get pissed off, or you see people really upset, and that makes you mad. But at the same token, you have to laugh because I'm like, really? Right? Because you begin to see that what they try to implement on you backfires on them every time too. And they're the ones that get arrested and executed in real life too. So they knew all the stuff they tried to put on Donald Trump. They were the ones that did with the impeachment and stuff. They did all of that. They sold the military intel, the secrets to so-called China, Iraq, Ukraine, and all these corrupt agents doing business governance globally, eh? Who is really just the Chinese Communist Party anyways, which is not really Chinese, right? Which is funny. Think about it, you guys. This is a movie in itself, man. You gotta find laughter today. I spent the entire day yesterday laughing. I went down to the market first thing, and I was getting a bunch of stuff, provisions and whatnot. And I really, really felt for you guys who don't eat meat, just, keep going, whatever you do, right? But we know as Indians, we used to hunt and do stuff, right? So yesterday we felt for I felt for this beef soup. And I was asking someone in the market if the meat men were there. So they were saying that yeah, they were there, whatever. By the time we went over there, they hadn't arrived yet. So but the goat guy was there who was selling goat. And goat, as you know, it lives off of grass, which is the same thing with a cow. And so we ended up having this amazing exchange with some people there, some indigenous folks that blew my mind. They were starting to tell us of some of the pneumonia cases that are going down currently, known as a second wave, and how this minister was wearing this mask all day, every day, religiously, only to have his chest hurt him and him go to the doctor. What did the doctor tell him? Because the people here, a lot of these doctors here, you guys internationally, go and round up those agents here, Because it's been reported to us that a lot of these agents here doing business as doctors and heads in charge, you guys, they bought their certificates. They're not real doctors. I was like, what? Right? Told this minister that he has cancer in the lungs, right? So he's freaking out, losing his natural mind, right? So one of these indigenous people just looked at him, because you guys know we do bush and herbs here, right? Whoo, boy, tonics. It's not funny, but you have to laugh, man. Because this other guy was telling us, one of our workers was sharing with us, a taxi guy. He had some breathing issues. Sure enough, he went to the hospital, and he's in the hospital for pneumonia. I'm like, really? Right? We warned you guys to stop wearing the masks, right? Somebody reported to us yesterday, international authorities going around at the heads of Shoppers Drug Mart. Somebody went into, I think it was Shoppers Drug Mart yesterday in Canada, and because they weren't wearing a mask, they got kicked out. And they were told that it's a private company and they can do whatever they want because they're private. Listen, this is why it's so important you study law, right? No one is above the law. No one is above the law. And the Constitution, the 1787 Treaty of Peace and Friendship, and the Iroquois Confederation, our organic Constitution, stands as law, truth, fact, unrebutted, right? Our ancestors set the stuff up for us, you guys, on a timeline. Everything was divinely guided. Once it's done on a timeline, divinely guided by the ethers and the gods and the angels, you can't touch it, you can't move it, you can't change it. So all Donald Trump is trying to share with them is, listen, there's a constitution in play. It's not about bringing America back in that particular way. The Constitution never went anywhere. It was just some corrupt agents that thought they were going to do some mafia gang style business and thought they were going to get away with it too. And they all got taken out. That's what's so funny about this stuff. It's not funny, but you have to laugh, right? Anyway, so you guys can write to us for the do not detain affidavit, the IRS status correction, the cease and desist. Those of you go get your state passport, right? We already did the video. I'll go back to Noble L. Subscribe to the new channel, Noble L II, as YouTube is having brain fart. They're just going through something. I'm just, oh man, you guys stop it. Stop interfering with the people's stuff. And go, yeah, subscribe to Noble L, which is the first channel. I'll put, it's already in the description in all the videos, right? And subscribe to the new channel, Noble L II. Drop us a line. Hi, Noble L. This is what's going on, whatever. Somebody commented in the comment section about, I think it was their automobile. Write to us for the manufacturer certificate of origin so you own the automobile. You guys know we just refurbished one of our autos here. Brought it back to life. I was just so enamored. Yesterday, the mechanic was fixing out the oil tank that was leaking. And we took it for a spin after, and it was just incredible. Just because she just wanted to go. She was just so happy. It was like, brought her back to life. This little tiny little hatchback that we've had for years, right? You guys know I like old things, right? Just like I like old laws. It's really great. So, anywho, we had this soup, and we got this guy to cook for us, and all the men came and ate, and it was incredible. What was on the menu? Curry goat, pumpkin rice. What else? Oh, kunk. Oh my God, the most amazing kunk I've ever tasted in my life. You guys know who are from here. Kunk and crackers, right? You know the water crackers that we have here? Amazing with coconut cream. I couldn't even comprehend. I gave it to one of my workers and he was sitting there. He said, this is the best kunk I've ever had in my life. I said, I know, I didn't even cook it. This guy cooked it and it was incredible. And some jack fish, some big old jack fish that we steamed with okra and carrots. I mean, you guys, these are men foods. If you guys know what I'm talking about, who are men eat some man foods, right? Right? Gross balls, right? So we cooked some men food here, and the men just had, you could literally see their faces just light up. The gratitude that they had for getting some real stuff. You know what I mean? These are hardworking people here. And they came and did some work for me yesterday on the fly. Some of them had other jobs and stuff and decided to forfeit those jobs to come here and got some great, amazing food. So I want to thank the chef, also the taxi driver. Also, these people are like 10 different jobs, right? Who makes me laugh. The mechanic and the electrician and the gardener and the mason and all the other heads that showed up here yesterday on the fly. So we had a really great exchange and these guys got to eat some really great food, right? And we just want to thank the gods for providing that for us and all the farmers that grew all that stuff because it was all organic, right? So I think anyways, that they have a sign here. They don't have an organic sign here, right? But it was great, you people. So I say to you guys, do not let nobody convince you to come off nothing when you don't have access to certain things, right? Do you wherever you are, right? Because you matter. And the Spirit of God will be with you regardless of what you have to do, as long as you're not harming. The Bible says, harm no man. And because they harmed all the children and did all that crap, they're going through all this stuff, right? Woo! So, anywho, and stick to your culture. We were raised a particular way on all the stuff you hear me talk about here, right? And my grandmother grew everything in the yard. And so she was this, she sewed and she baked and she was a farmer and all that stuff. And that's how I was raised. And as a result of that, it carried me throughout this entire journey. So things don't matter to me. That matters to the regular public, basically, because I am not involved in a lot of stuff outside of myself, right? And I also was taught to make myself happy. So you guys hear me laughing here. I'm laughing, just me wanting Jesus Christ. There's stuff that I've been through, right, that I get to look back at and laugh because I just think it's so incredibly hilarious. I was talking to someone yesterday about a story that, a situation, an experience I had many moons prior with a tribal member. We were traveling to one of the tribe members had chipped out, and we're going over there for the funeral, right? And we said to the elder tribe member, what would they like to bring on the journey? It's like a 14-hour journey, you guys. And they said they wanted a bucket of KFC, right? So we got them this bucket of KFC. Oh, God. I had to laugh because I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was saying the entire trip, right, to this funeral, they were they were elderly, right? Had the bucket of KFC beside their bed and wouldn't let anyone share they wouldn't share the KFC with anybody. Woo! I was sitting there cracking up. So for days, you guys, just picture this. Here's this bucket of KFC, and they wouldn't give this, they wouldn't move from the box. And they had this KFC and ate that whole, oh my God, KFC makes you guys line up and put the proper stuff in your stuff, because I still remember that to this day, how incredibly powerful that bucket of KFC was to them, eh? That they wouldn't let anybody touch it or go near it, and they wouldn't share it, because what was happening was that we didn't know. Every day I was going out to the organic store and buying, salmon and all this organic vegetables and basmati rice and stuff for them. And even though we were in New York City, so we were traveling around Manhattan, because I was domiciled there at one time, right? And so I was just excited to be there, to go to all the restaurants and stuff, but still making certain there was provisions at the house for everybody. So every day I went out, bought a bunch of stuff at Whole Foods, not cheap, and brought it back to the house. Not realizing one day I came home and my cousin was losing his natural mind and cussing. And I was like, what's going on, right? Turns out his, one of the other tribal members from this distant tribe, right? They were stealing the food from the funeral, right? So every day, all the food that I was buying from Whole Foods, they were stealing it, putting it. You guys have to laugh. I swear to God, there's some stuff that you look back at, right? So I was saying, really? You go to a funeral to steal stuff? So I was telling this taxi driver the story, and he was saying that there was a funeral here that he went to or heard about. The people globally would bring stuff to this territory for their tribal members, right? In packages. So you'd have like, this would go to Aunt Susie, this would go to, Uncle Bob or whatever, right? These packages in these barrels. So these people came to the funeral and stole all the packages that were going to all the people. Whew, you have to laugh, you guys. Think about it for a second, right? Listen, you guys, have yourself a great day. Like, share, subscribe, go to these videos. Find somebody to laugh with, you guys. I don't give a crap. Tell us that you're laughing right now, and that, because laughter is the best medicine to all the stuff that's going on. You have to laugh, because really right now we're at checkmate. Just picture this, you guys, all the billionaires that stole all the lands from all the indigenous people, right? They stole all the people's wealth, hoarded it, right? And now they're being taken out by their own people. What goes around comes around. That's why you're supposed to do good, right? Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. It is the law. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. It is the law. Matthew 7:12. It's in the Bible, right? So yeah, I just want to thank all of you guys for supporting us here. Make sure international authorities free people in Ireland and Wales and all around the world so they can live, right? Woo! And then, and yeah, just don't go and live in a shoebox either, right? That was another thing I was talking about yesterday, when they tried to convince all the people how important it was to go live in a shoebox. Don't do it, people. Do you. Go and find some countryside somewhere where you can be free to, right? Yeah. All right. Like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day. Comment below. Give the videos a thumbs up. Remember to support us here. Go to PayPal at themullings@gmail.com. Subscribe to the Noble L II channel until we figure out what else we should do. By the grace of God, they will guide us to. And you guys can email us. Send us your email and stuff. We'll add you to the email list to send us stuff as we get it. And so, yeah. All right. So do that now and have yourself a great day. Go and laugh.